Okay, so what we're going to discuss is, first we will discuss about the course content. I will not waste much of your time because you are waiting since long. So I'll tell you about course highlights. This we will discuss first. And then after we discussed about course highlights, I will be taking up questions. So I just want to make this demo super simple and super quick. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the question section. And for detailed understanding, I will share you YouTube links. You can see my demo where you will understand about different keywords like what is data science, what is data engineer, what is a data analyst, what is the difference between different roles, what is artificial intelligence, all of this thing, right? So let me first start the session by introducing myself. So this is Asmita. Most of you, or if you have attended my demo previously, you must be knowing this. But I have around 10 plus years of please mute yourself, everyone. Everyone, please go on mute first, then we'll start. Old batch students, please, you can leave the meeting. People who joined today newly, please stay, right? Because you need to understand about the course. Okay. Okay. So coming to the introduction, I have around 10-year plus experience into big data and data science. So I have around 10-year experience in big data and machine learning. Currently, I'm working as a staff data scientist in General Electric. I have around different experience in different domains like manufacturing, and then coming to Goldman Sachs, investment banking, and then service-based companies like TCS. I also hold a master's degree from Triple IT in computer science. My major was data science, in the sense machine learning. And teaching wise, I'm into this for last 4 to 5 years. Multiple batches I have completed with DurgaSoft. I'm with DurgaSoft, I think, for last 2 years. Almost 15 16 batches we have completed in DurgaSoft, right? So coming to the major course highlights, I think what we are going to discuss is there are two courses. Actually, it is one course, but I have split it into two parts because the audience is different. Many of you are kind of just some of you are very serious to come into data science. They want to complete the entire track. Some of you are just not very sure and want to check whether they're getting it or not. Some of you may have their company are maybe mostly working with banks or something like that. They don't have unstructured data like text and video. Mostly they have machine learning only, so they want to learn only machine learning. So I have just splitted it. But honestly, if you want to crack 2+ years of experience, two kind of 4+ years of experience you can showcase after taking this course. This entire course is splitted into two parts, 1.5 months and 1.5 months. If you're taking parallelly, both you can complete in 1.5 months if you give every day 2 2 hours. So what is this first 1.5 months is called part one or machine learning course, and the second 1.5 month is basically the part two or deep learning course. In the first course, 1.5 month, we'll be starting with Python, very Python core. These all are the major topics we'll be completing. First, we will discuss about Python core. In Python core, variable, function, what is loops. Please mute yourself, everyone. All of these core concepts, after we complete Python core, we'll be discussing about advanced Python, right? In advanced Python, we'll be discussing NumPy, and we will
One,
be
just a minute, ma'am. So Python, if I have not taken any Python or I don't know any Python language, right, or script, so this Python core will be enough for me to proceed with the class, or do I need to start from the scratch?
okay. I'll tell you that.
Okay,
I'll tell
thank
you,
you.
Lakshmi. Yeah. So first, give me 5 minutes. Let me first explain the course highlights, and I will explain everything. So what is the prerequisite, who can enroll, and what all are the things that you need to learn from other sources. I will tell everything, right? So in the Python code, if you see the syllabus, I think I will share you the syllabus also. It is very, very well kind of mentioned what all topics we're going to cover. Inside Python code, we're going to see what is variable, what is function, if, else, while, for, list, tuple, set, and dictionary. These are the topics we're going to cover. After that, NumPy, pandas, and then Plotly. So this is your step one, right? This entire thing is your step one, which you're going to get in module one, or maybe basically your part one. right? After you complete, how we will discuss all of these topics in the class. We will discuss all of these things are codings only. There is not much of theory, so everything is hands on and every topic has assignment. Pandas you will get 3 assignment, Plotly 1 project, NumPy you will get 1 assignment, and Python core you will find almost 3 assignments, right? So after you complete your step 1, the second thing that you will be expert in part 1 is called stars and machine learning. So stars and machine learning, I don't want to go detail, but we have regression algorithm, linear regression, ridge regression. We have XGBoost, decision tree, classification techniques like random forest decision trees. We have k-means clustering, almost 6 to 7 machine learning algorithm, feature selection algorithm, PCA, outlier detection algorithm like LOF, class imbalance problem. So like bunch of algorithms, almost like 12 to 13 math algorithm, and every algorithm we will understand the theory very detail. All the derivation we will be discussing in the class, followed by one project, right? So almost in the stars and machine learning you are going to get 6 to 7 project, right? 6 to 7 project. Every project we will do in the class. After this, right, after this, the classes will be Saturday, till Saturday, Monday to Saturday. Every alternate Sunday we have coding test. So why this coding test? Coding test basically is very similar to your mock test. So when you go to interview nowadays, people are asking, companies are asking you to go through the coding test. So for Python module, we have one coding test. For stars and ML, I will be sending you a data set. You have 2 hours time, and within that, whatever I am telling you to do, you have to do and submit your solution. And then in the next class, we will discuss. So in detail, I'm not going detail about the course content. Basically, you can go through that. Now the question, let us answer, that is, I have zero knowledge. Let's say I am completely non-technical, I have zero knowledge. Can I understand all of this thing? So for them, there is a recording which is shared by Durga sir, right? In this course, whether you're enrolling for only one course or both the course, you're going to get Durga sir's Python class recording. So please understand, this course is not a Python course. We are learning Python, whatever is needed, but this class is not a Python course, right? So this is a machine learning and starts course and deep learning course. So in this course, we are learning Python for data science. Python itself is very vast. We have so many modules. We have core Python, we have NumPy, Pandas, Plotly. We are discussing. Apart from that, we have OOPS concept, exception handling, file handling, decorators, generator, lot of things are there. Now, I am skipping all of those. Why? Because that is not very much necessary for data science. Having said that, knowledge in Python will always help you. For that, we are sharing Durga sir's Python recording. Almost the day you enroll, today, if you confirm your enrollment, the same day you will get the login ID and password. The login ID and password for Durga sir's recording. So once you get the login ID and password, you can get 40 hours content, entire 40 hours content from Durga Sirs for 6 months. Right. So what is this content is about? This is core Python. Completely these videos are on Python. You can start from variable data type from very scratch level 0 to a level where you will tell yourself as Python expert till that level. So you can take this as your kind of additional course. Having said that, will you understand, if you have zero knowledge in Python and let's say you're enrolling only with my Python, whatever I'm teaching, will you be able to understand the later code? Answer is a big yes, because whatever Python is necessary to understand data science, that we are covering. You will have a very good understanding on NumPy module. You will have a very good understanding in Pandas module. You will be expert in data visualization, Plotly, and also whatever core Python is necessary, I am going to cover. So with this module, step 1, right, and this NumPy, Pandas, Plotly is not there in Durga sir's recording. So nothing is kind of repeated here. You're getting additional contents there. So the answer is big yes. If somebody is completely non-technical and enrolling for this course has zero knowledge in Python, only by joining my class, even without going through Durga sir's recording, will he be able to understand? Answer is yes, because all the things I'm covering, the requirement is zero. Just you should have a machine or system. That's it. Rest all I will take care. Having said that, will I be expert in Python joining your course? Answer is no. You will not be expert in joining my course in Python because it is not a Python course, but you will be able to understand Python for data science. In the sense, later on when we do project, what all Python code I'm writing, you will be very well understand. To make yourself expert, you need to spend time learning this all recordings. Is it clear, Lakshmi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, like 1.5 month, I kind of split in this way. Mostly 80% of the time we will be focusing on machine learning and statistical module. Very, very important. Every day, daily class recording you will get. For every class, you will get the class recording. Also, you will get a very nice folder structure, the class recordings, the materials, the assignment, the bonus notes, cheat sheets, the good materials, everything, whatever I have, all the resource I will upload in the drive. We will have a WhatsApp group once the batch is formed. It may be little delayed, maybe after 10 or 15 days. Once the batch registration is freeze, right? Then we will create a WhatsApp group for any future kind of, if I'm getting a good reference somewhere, like if I can refer somebody, I will post it in the group. You can kind of apply. And if I'm getting some good material, I will keep posting. So in that way, we can communicate through that WhatsApp group. So that is all about your part one. What is the timing? The timing is Monday to Saturday. Every day we have class Monday to Saturday, and Sunday we have coding test. Every Sunday do we have coding test? Answer is no. Alternate Sunday, because you need some time to practice, right? Every 15 days we have 1, 2 hours, 3 hour sessions where you will join and you will practice. And Monday to Saturday we'll be going with the content. And let me share you yes. So is there any doubt in part one course, the ML course? If you want detailed description, please see the content. Please see the content. You will find word by word description of each and every chapter. Any doubt in part one?
Hello,
Just a quick.
madam. This is Suryansh.
Yeah.
Ma'am, this one is my first class, and I like due to COVID, my manager has internally shifted me into the ML side. I haven't been to the ML side prior to this one, so I have just sent text you the content of what on which thing I'm going to work. So whatever things I have mentioned in the chat box, are on these things like these things will be covered in your course or not?
See, if for this you need to join both part one and part two, because some of them are kind of image, right? I can go through that. So yes, most of them are covered. Having said that, I think maybe one or two topic is not covered. So if you take part one and part two, most of the ML topics are not written here. So see, I'll tell you. So part one is all about machine learning and what kind of data you will be handling in part one. So part one is mostly semi-structured data you will be handling, or structured data. Can anybody tell me some example of semi-structured data? Some example of semi-structured data? XML file, we have JSON file, we have CSV file, we have all of these files. So this kind of file you will be handling mostly in machine learning, and mostly statistics. The way we clean is different. So there are data collection we will be doing. After that, we will be doing data pre-processing. In the data pre-processing, we are going to discuss about all of this cleaning, like how to uh, remove outliers, feature selection, data visualization, all of these things, right? And then finally, we will be doing with modeling and then validation and deployment. So these are the life cycles. So in machine learning part, this is what you will learn. So now what you will learn in the part two. So part two is nothing a separate course or advanced course. Don't consider this as an advanced course. Honestly, this is a continuation course, and this is a mandatory course for everyone who want to come into data science. Even though you're applying for fresher role on this machine learning, please mute yourself, everyone. Yeah, please mute yourself. Yeah. So all the old batch student, you can drop the meeting. Biswanath, Mahindra and all, right? I think you got confused between 8:30 and 8. So the class timing is 8 p.m. Tomorrow onwards, you can join. Today, there is no class. For all the people who already enrolled, you can leave the meeting. This is just a demo class.
I'm sorry to disturb you, ma'am. Your voice breaks down frequently, ma'am.
Is it? Oh,
Your
okay. Maybe there
voice.
is some internet issue, maybe. Others, please confirm. My voice is not clear?
It is clear.
It's clear
No,
for
it's
me. Yeah.
clear.
Yes.
Yeah, today we don't have any class today.
No. Today we don't have. I think you got an email, right?
No, I just saw.
Just couple
That's
of
the reason
minutes now.
I was just confused whether to join 8:30. So from tomorrow onwards, it will be 8 o'clock.
Yes, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Tomorrow onwards, 8 o'clock. Yeah. Old, like people who already enrolled, please leave. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. No problem. So coming to the part 2 course, the deep learning course. So the deep learning course is basically, it's a continuation of the part 1. I'll show you both the syllabus. Maybe let me first explain you at high level and then I will show you both the syllabus. So the deep learning course is a continuation, right? So what is this deep learning course will tell you? It's not only deep learning, 3 major things we will be learning in part 2, right? So what all are the major things that we're going to learn in part 2? Let me share you with the syllabus. So we are going to discuss about many things. First thing is we are going to discuss about linear algebra. We are going to discuss about PyTorch in part 2. The major module is basically deep learning, NLP, cloud plus big data. These are the major modules, right? Deep learning, NLP, cloud and big data. These are the major 3 pillars. In part 1, what we're going to discuss is it's the major thing that we're discussing is Python, core and advanced both, visualization followed by statistics and machine learning. These are the major topics. Here are getting 7 projects, here are getting 6 projects. Every topic itself is a project, so you can see the syllabus full of projects. So before we start deep learning, we are discussing about the maths like linear algebra. What is linear algebra? We'll be discussing time series data here, which we have not seen in part 1. So time series means if it is like trend, seasonality, autocorrelation, white noise, different kind of techniques are there to understand or clean our time series data. We'll understand that. Image processing we will learn. Apart from deep learning, we're going to understand about linear algebra, time series and image processing. In image processing, if you're handling image data, like you have written some of the kind of things, right? Image segmentation. So before we jump into advanced topics, we need to understand the basics about image, how an image is looking like, what is filter, what is blurring, what is smoothing, how to convert one to another color space. So using OpenCV, we'll be discussing image processing. After we discuss all of these things, we'll be discussing deep learning. Line by line, we have ANN, CNN, RNN, LSTM, followed by NLP, web scraping, web crawling. We have sentiment analysis, we have document clustering project using naive Bayes and other deep learning NLP topics, and then cloud and big data. We are going to discuss about Apache Spark on top of GCP. So this is the major topics that we are going to see in part 2. So in the meantime, you can ask me doubt. What I will do is let me show you both the content in detail. I just told you at high level. Now I am going to share you in detail. The timing for part 2 is 6:30 morning, 6:30 a.m. morning, right? And part 1, the timing is 8 p.m., 8 p.m. evening. So 8 p.m. evening is a very fresh batch. Only thing is we have discussed what is variable, what is function, very like 1 hour content I think we have discussed. Core Python, some topics we have discussed, but no problem. If you are joining, I will take a recovery class. If you are a complete beginner to Python, after going through recording, if you have any doubt, weekend I will take 1-to-1 doubt clearing class. But I'm sure if you go through the recording 1 hour, if you spend, you will be same with the batch, right? But having said that, if this 8 p.m. is not suitable to you, 7:30 morning, we are starting another intermediate batch on 12th April, right? Already the dates are declared. It's 12th April. We are starting another intermediate batch at 7:30. So you can join that as well. This will be a fresh batch, but depends on you, right? Depends on you. If you are, you cannot wait because this 7:30 is kind of 12th April. It is 5th April, right? Another after 1 week. If you want immediate, you can join 8 p.m. This is a completely fresh batch. Only the core Python we have seen. NumPy, Pandas, we are going to start from the next class, right? But if you want, if the timing is not suitable, morning 7:30, 12th April, you can join. 6:30 is a completely fresh batch. Why 6:30? I know this is little early, but many of the people are joining from US and from different time zones. And 8, 9 will be too late for them. 11:30, 12 o'clock night, right? So, and also we have office, right? Morning office. Many people has daily calls starting as 8:30, 9 o'clock. So that's the reason 6:30. I know this is little early time, but you need a fresh mind to start this complicated topics. You sleep, you fresh with fresh mind, you listen, right? So that's the goal. And I think there's a timing and dates are same, Monday to Saturday. Sunday again there is a coding test for part 2 also. So if you're joining for 1.5 month, you can complete both part 1 and part 2. I think my voice is breaking, right? There is some internet issue maybe from my side. Is it?
One question. The 6:30
Yeah.
a.m. Is for part 2, right?
6:30 a.m. is part 2, and the same link you can join tomorrow for part 1. And I stopped the part 1 batch intentionally because I don't want to start NumPy today. We have lot of new students. I want to give them some time. So tomorrow when you join, we will be starting. If you want to kind of get a live demo in the sense, not this theoretical demo, we will actually, you will be attending live classes. 1 or 2 class you can attend to see whether you are getting or not, what is the quality of teaching, everything you can see, and then you can enroll, right?
That
Yes,
will be at 8 p.m., right?
8 p.m. Yes, that will
Today I
be
have
8 p.m.
already enrolled, but I haven't received any demo lectures. So can I join on from 12th onwards?
12th onwards, yeah, you can join. So it's a fresh batch, 7:30 a.m. 12th onwards, you can join. So if
So
the timing,
you mentioned here is 6:30 to 7:30 will be the second part, and from 7:30 till 8:30 will be the first part. Correct?
yes, 7:30 will be the first part and 6:30 will be the second part. So if you are joining 2 hours morning every day within 1.5 month, your entire course will be finished. 2 hours you join and 2 hours you practice, and then you can kind of complete all the assignments. And I think this is best because if you take 1.5 months, many things will come in between, right? I know we all are busy. Your project will change, your team will change, your priorities will change, and your motivation will change, right? And it's very difficult for keeping yourself engaged for 3 months. I'm telling based on my experience, but if you're super motivated, and you are sure you will be motivated for 3 months, then you can join one after another. Having said that, you can take both of the course parallelly and you can understand everything. Why? Because completely different type of data we are handling. In part 2, all the projects that we will do is either text data or big data or video data or image data. In part 1, we are handling CSV, Excel files, right? So this is completely different data. So the way we will clean our Excel file or CSV file data and the way we will clean our image data is completely different. The way we will clean our text data is completely different than the way we will clean our image data. So every topic is a parallel topic. If you don't know machine learning, it is not like you will not able to understand deep learning. Completely parallel lines, right? So you can very well understand the architecture itself is different. So only common thing is Python. Everywhere Python is needed. Core Python, if you have knowledge, you can enroll for part 2. Rest all, I think it's already I told you, right? You can understand very well. Give me
So from
1 minute. Let
12th,
me.
part 1 and part 2 is starting.
Part 2 is very fresh. As I said, if you are joining part 2, see, morning part 2 batch will not start because there is no time at all from my side. And recently we started. Once this batch is over, then only we'll be able to start. So if you're looking morning part 1, part 2, again 1.5 month you need to wait. Evening part 2 also, I don't think we have. I cannot guarantee you. Maybe we can start. We may not start. So part 2, I think if you are looking for, I think 6:30 you need to join. There may be we can start a batch in the evening time. Similarly, but part 1 we have continuous batches. For part 1 we have continuous batches. One is evening and one is morning we have, right? See, I have shared
Ma'am,
my
this
screen.
half month course is
Yeah.
intermediate, I think. And what about advanced course?
This is the advanced course I'm showing you. I'll show you both intermediate and advanced. Let me go from back, right? Intermediate, I think I have well explained. Advanced, there are total 12 modules or 16 modules. We'll start with introduction to deep learning. Every topic is line by line, it is there. You can go through that. PyTorch installation, TensorFlow, we will discuss about PyTorch. What is GPU, what is CPU, what is derivative, how to find derivative, what is cost function, loss function, what is linear algebra, dot product, how to find dot product, what is matrix multiplication, how to do that using PyTorch, what is tensor, what is difference between tensor and NumPy arrays, and all of that thing we will discuss. So that's why I'm saying module 1, from module 1 it is important. If you miss one class also, you will not understand. After this, we're going to discuss about image processing, installation, computer vision, color space, all of this image processing. After image processing, we will be going for time series. So in time series, we'll be discussing about all of this time series concept, and then followed by our ANN. So in ANN, deep learning ANN, we'll be discussing different concept about ANN, right? So we'll be discussing what is, I don't want to read through, but you can go through, but this is very detailed. Once we discussed ANN, there is one project which we will see how detailed the theory is. If you want, I can share some theory notes also. The mathematical derivation line by line in the class I will write and explain you. And I'll take care of complete math. Many people have so much doubt. Can I understand maths? Because it's super complicated. So I will make sure everybody is understanding, right? So I will give you some materials to read if you're not understanding, repeat multiple times, and kind of make the complex topic so simple that everybody can understand. So I will take care of entire math. So don't worry about math, right? I will take care of it. Whatever is necessary will be covered, right? Okay, after this, we have one project on ANN, which we will be doing using PyTorch. And then we are going to discuss about CNN, Convolutional Neural Network. That is the second model. After we discuss CNN, we have one project. So we have 1800 COVID images, X-ray images. We're going to model, which will take all of those 1800 image file and classify whether that X-ray is affected by pneumonia or not. Using Keras, we're going to do that. Then we are going to discuss RNN LSTM, and then we are going to predict what will be the corona. I have to change the time, right? Instead of Q1, we are going to predict for Q2 now. Because we are in Q2. So time series prediction it is, right? Using RNN LSTM. After this text mining, entire thing like Selenium, Beautiful Soup, we will scrap to websites. We will do regular expression, and then we will understand about NLP cleaning, and followed by our sentiment analysis project, right? And the last thing is Apache Spark. We'll discuss about Apache Spark in detail. What is big data? What is Hadoop? What is the architecture? What is the difference between Spark and Hadoop architecture, RDD, everything? And then Spark SQL and Spark ML library. And we'll do one machine learning project on top of Spark using Spark ML library. I'm going to change this linear regression to ALS, alternate least square, right? Recommendation engine, collaborative filtering. So that we are going to do. This is your part 2 course, which I have summarized. Basically 3 things: deep learning, and then you will understand NLP, and then big data. And all the prerequisite I am covering. So don't worry, if you know only core Python, you can go for advanced. This is for advanced part 2. Now the first course, any doubt in this before I, like, next I'm going to show about part 1. In part 2, any doubt? All clear? We are all good?
You informed actually you're going to cover some code also, right? As part of part 2. Actually, what kind of cloud actually you're going to cover?
Everything is code only, so it's a complete hands-on. So we'll understand theory and then one project, theory project, like that.
Covered in Azure or Google Cloud Platform?
Oh, which platform we are using for coding? You can use any platform. For big data, we are using, we can use a Google platform, but others like NLP and deep learning, you need NVIDIA card if you are going for GPU. So I think most of you will not have, so you will use Google Colab. All the CPU coding we will be doing in local system.
So are you using like Jupyter Notebook kind of stuff or?
Jupyter Notebook you are going to use, yes.
Okay.
For NLP and deep learning, we're going to use Jupyter Notebook, and it's a perfect balance between theory and practical. So notes are super detailed about theory. If you want to see, I'm very confident about sharing anything. See my PCA note, you can see, right? This is a machine learning algorithm, basically. Same like let's take this example. Let's say this is PC algorithm. It's a feature selection technique. So this is my class note which we will generate in the class, right? I will write everything and then I will explain. This is the math behind PCA. All of this math we will discuss in the class, and after this there is a project which we will do. Let me show you the project also. So kind of this is the way we are going to implement, right? We are going to do a small project on PCA using sklearn. So you understand the theory first and then you implement PCA. This is the complete notebook file. I am going to do everything in the class, and you can see this is the complete note, one project on PCA, right? So like this, each algorithm we will cover. See, if you want, today only morning I was taking decision tree. So this is the theory note for decision tree. So we'll discuss the theory, complete math, examples. This is the theory note. I will write everything and then there is a project. So like this, we will see every algorithm. You can see how detailed we are going, right? So it's not like some coding only sklearn and then done. No, math I give lot of, coming from a MTech background, coming from a experience of education. I know full-time MTech I have done. So I have this machine learning paper. So I understand how important it is in industry, right? The theory is very important to crack interviews. So I give equal weightage to theory and practical. Having said that, practical also we have lot of projects, 7 to 12 projects.
So is every day 1 hour class?
Every day 1 hour class. Is it possible to cover all the topics in 1.5 months? And answer is yes. Why? Because see this PCA, you can see it is my 45 number batch. So everything is very organized. Some people can struggle you to explain PCA for 3 hours, 4 hours. You don't believe, you go to YouTube and check PCA. You'll be spending so many videos. Like it's the way of explanation, right? Some people can take 4 hours to let you understand a simple concept. Some people can explain the same concept maybe in 15 minutes. Why? Maybe they have a good example to show. Maybe they have a good explanation to show, to the point explanation. So that's how, having said that, it is not like less hours. We're almost putting 100 hours, isn't it? See, I'm not advertising like other institute. 80 hours live coding, 100-hour coding assignment. What they say, I don't know, like so many things they write. But if you forget about assignments, there are almost 13 14 projects which you have to do yourself. Leave about everything. If you take only my time, so every day we are going for 1.5 months. So almost like in intermediate it is 45 hours, and in advanced it is approximately 45 hours. So how much it is? 90 hours, right? It's not like small time. 90 hours of my time. You can understand in 1 hour how I mean I start and end, right? It's very well structured. And always I extend. People who are joining can understand 7:30 to 8:30 means always the batch will over at 9, because so many doubts. I have to explain everybody's doubt, right? So that I'm not even considering. So yes, answer is a big yes. And we can cover every topic in detail. We are not touching surface. In detail we can complete. Whatever we are not covering, we are not covering. Whatever we are covering in detail.
Thank you.
Ma'am, as you have already taken the class for second part, as myself, I am a beginner, so will you recommend me to join for tomorrow?
I don't know your background. Do you know Python?
Little bit, ma'am. I have worked in the DevOps part and I have somewhat exposure to Python, but I'm really new in NumPys and Pandas.
That's okay. So if you know core Python, let me tell you, anyway, tomorrow's class you can understand because it's a theory. We are going to discuss about gradient derivatives, right? So anyway, everybody will understand. Only school maths, isn't it? Derivatives we have learned. So tomorrow's class all will understand. So for advanced, let me tell you what is the prerequisite. For advanced, you need core Python. You need to understand what is variable, what is function, right? What is data types, like what kind of data structures like list, tuple, set, dictionary, and loops. If you know this much, you are good. You can join the part 2. If you don't know, then join my part 1 for 1 week. You will be knowing the core Python. Anyway, I'm going to cover. You will be knowing. Or you enroll for advanced, immediately same day you collect Durga sir's recording, and you spend some 2 hours time to understand all of these topics, and this is done. Next day you can join. So this is what is needed for advanced. Rest all I will take care. Core Python knowledge is required. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. I know everything. Just I'm little bit confused in functions, so I will join from tomorrow.
No problem. So you join. So that's what I'm saying. If you are not sure whether you will get it or not, until unless you know you yourself will not join, no matter how much I'm telling, it will not satisfy you, right? You join yourself and see whether you are getting or not. If you are getting means you will get every class. If you're not getting, you will not get. Why? Because the initial concepts are not simple in advance. From day one, you can see we are talking about linear algebra, which is a full math. So if you can understand that means rest all you can understand, right? So join one or two class and see yourself whether it is good or kind of not understanding. If it is not able to understand, then maybe you can you can decide later. But if you are understanding means all the topics you will able to understand. Okay. So my thing is until and unless you join some classes, it is not possible for you to understand whether you are able to understand it or not, right? So join and see.
But morning batch today not attended.
So whether you are kind of attending demo or you already enrolled, please do not miss at least the advanced classes. Why? I will tell you. It's a lot of pain from my side if you miss the class. Why? Because every class has a link. Advanced class has no link with part one. Advanced class has a link with itself. See what I'm saying? If you don't understand time series pre-processing, will you understand when we do a time series project? Answer is no. If you don't know image processing pre-processing, when I take you to CNN, will you able to do the project? No. If you do not understand linear algebra, will you understand deep learning? Answer is no. So everything has a relation. Whatever we are learning from day one, that has a relationship. Other, like, it is not independent topic like part one. Are you getting? So if you do not understand PCA, you still can understand decision tree because those are completely different algorithms. But here everything is related. Are you getting? So my suggestion is please join part two course every day without miss. And you join for 2-3 days. Anyway, this is a demo week. Everybody will get a link till Friday. So utilize, at least you will learn something. Not learn something, learn a very, very good things. Matrix multiplication, derivatives, all of these things is really important. PyTorch, GPU, CPU, lot of things will cover. So join 3-4 classes. If you feel good, you continue your understanding. Otherwise, you drop. Great. For the part one, but now you can ask me what we are learning in part one then. So part one is the foundation. If your foundation is not strong, see when you are going for an interview, what do you think from which level they will start? From machine learning. They are not going to start from deep learning. If you're not able to answer machine learning questions, they're not going to select you for the next round, or maybe they will reject you. If you're answering all the questions, then only they will increase the difficulty level and ask deep learning questions, right? So machine learning is a kind of very, 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 very important topic. Statistics and machine learning are the backbone for a deep learning course. Sorry, for your data science interview. 80 to 90% of the coding test will be totally on Python. So in the first round itself, you will be rejected. Leave about second, third, fourth round. First round coding test is based on totally on part one codes. Every level, 15 years, 10 years, 5 years, fresher, you have to go through a coding test. And if you are not clearing the coding test itself, what you will do, how you will justify later, right? So to clear coding test, part one is very necessary. Nobody is telling you to write a code using deep learning in the coding test. No, mostly it will be fundamental, right? Mostly ML algorithm they will tell you to implement, or mostly they will tell you Python data structures, some logic they will tell you and try to implement in Python within 30 minutes. Those kind of questions you may expect. So part one is very, very important. If some people, they don't have a strong background, like strong background in the sense they have a career gap, and then they're not so confident, they're not sure whether they will, I don't know, maybe your background you will be knowing, right? If you have 8-9 year of career graph, so little difficult, right, to get into data science and all. So in that case, if your kind of goal is to become a data analyst or business analyst, part one is more than sufficient. With part one, if you learn SQL and Excel and Tableau, you will become a data analyst. But now you can tell, is part one is a data analyst course then? No, Data analyst, nobody will ask you machine learning in depth. Part 1 is a machine learning course. Having said that, whatever is required, if you know more than that, there is a high probability that you will crack that interview. In data analyst interview, nobody is going to ask you about machine learning. But if you know in depth, there is a high chance that you may success in that interview, isn't it? So that is all about part 1 and part 2. Nothing called advanced and intermediate. All the topics are very, very important to become a data scientist. So what level of experience you can show after taking this course is basically 2 year plus experience you can show, 2 to 3 year. So having said that, you can actually show 3 plus to 4 plus, but like to be in the safer side, I am saying you 2 plus. In every class, I will tell you what next. What next? Not me, whoever is teaching you this AI course, nobody can complete the syllabus. It is an ocean, right? People do PhD in a small topic for years and years. It's a research field. It is a never ending syllabus. Every syllabus, if you check, you will find some missing topics. In my syllabus, some topics will be present, something will be missing. In other syllabus, some other topic will be present, some of the topic of my syllabus will be missing. Now, what you need to think is what is important with respect to interview, right? If you check with respect to interview, the syllabus is perfect that I'm giving you is perfect with respect to interview. But if you ask me, is it the end of AI course? Is it everything we are covering? Answer is no. If you give me 2 years time also, my answers will be no. There is a long list and there is never ending, right? So are you getting what I'm saying? So this syllabus is more than sufficient to crack interviews. Having said that, this is not the end of your journey. This is just the starting point. Every class in part 1 and part 2, I'll tell you what next. Will proper reference and notes and materials. I'll guide you what next topics you need to learn. Also, I will share you TCV templates, which will help you to prepare your CV. And the cream that you will get from this course, which is very, very, very important, is something called my project description. I have worked in different domains. So whatever I have learned in all of this, starting from banks like Goldman Sachs to manufacturing companies, research companies like General Electric, to different platforms like service-based companies like TCS, whatever I have learned from my journey, I can share it with you in terms of project. So I'll be describing 4 to 5 projects from different domain and from different sector. Maybe one is feature selection project, one is outlet detection project, one will be regression project, one will be classification, and how it is going to help you, right? You will get an idea at least how to write those projects in your CV. You may not be writing the exact same project, but at least you will understand how to write any project in your CV. 90% reason of your failure is your CV. Remember this. You may be super talented, but if your CV is very important, this is the mirror, right? Mirror of your yourself. 90% of the people getting rejected by CV, and why they're getting rejected? Lack of projects. Lack of projects. Maybe they don't know how to write, or they don't have the proper projects to write. So we are going to spend 2 hours to 3 hours only in the last class, where we'll be discussing detail about our CV and complete description about how to prepare CV. That is the only class. And what next? Is it clear, everyone?
Yeah, one
Yeah.
question here then. The people who are coming from the QA background, and if they want to switch into data scientist and data analyst profile, then how can they cover up in their CVs? That is a
Yes.
question for me, because
No
basically
problem.
I'm from QA background.
Got it. Yeah. So irrespective of your background, this course will only take you to 2 plus years. And not only this course, whatever course you're taking in internet, I have gone through everybody's syllabus. You also compare. Most of them course are will not give you that leadership level of knowledge, and you cannot justify why. I will tell you. You will be surprised, though I have total 10 plus years of experience, right? I have total 10 plus years of experience. I can split my experience into 2 parts. 5 years I was working as a data engineer. 5 year only I have worked as a data scientist. And this is where I stand today. So if you are writing 4 plus 3 plus, right, you are competing people like me. who are really working. Now you need to ask yourself one question: can you compete? Even though you are learning so many things, the theoretical knowledge, and even if you are practicing project, each year a data scientist can complete 3 projects, 2 to 3 projects at least. So 5 years means 5 into 3, 15 projects. So isn't it a very difficult task for somebody to write 19 projects, 15, 16 projects and explain it? They can catch you at any level. That's why I'm not telling you to write 5 plus. It's not like you are not skilled enough, but the problem is when it comes to writing projects, lot of explanation, and as everything you have not done yourself, there is a chance that they may catch you somewhere, right? So better to be in the safer side. Irrespective of where you are today, try not compete as a senior data scientist, right? You will not be able to. I mean, I'm not saying it is impossible, but it is really difficult, right? It is a kind of very difficult task. So what you can do in this case, you forget about pay, you forget about current designation. Your only focus should be how to come into data science, how I can join as a data scientist. Trust me, initially if you kind of join with a pay cut, or maybe you are a manager in some other domain, but here you are a data scientist trainee, that is perfectly fine. But you join some industry, take real time experience. After you work in industry for 2 years, you can justify another 2 years. Then next switch when you're doing, you can write 2 plus 3, maybe 5 years you can try. So that time you can kind of manage this 3 year. Without working in industry for one single day, you cannot justify 5 years. What I'm saying is, 2 jump you need to do, not in one jump. One jump, it is next to impossible. 5 years is not a joke. In 5 years in data science means you are a team lead. Very rare people in the industry has 5 6 year real experience in data science. It's a new field. 5 6 years means you are lead. I'm a staff data scientist. I started my journey in 2016 as a data scientist trainee. You can see my LinkedIn profile. 2016 I started as a data scientist trainee. In 2021 I am a staff data scientist. I became data scientist trainee to data scientist, then data scientist, senior data scientist, then I came staff data scientist. So it's a huge jump you're doing. So according to me, and it's not like just like that, I changed 3 companies, maybe 4 companies. That's why maybe very good promotion I got. But all of this struggle I need to do because of this kind of, like, 5 years. What I want to tell you is 5 years is a huge thing in data science. It's a kind of very complicated interview process you need to go. So my suggestion is, even though you are taking course from anywhere else, they may tell you something, but as a real time data scientist, I know what we do, right? And as a 5 year, what you should know. So you will not be able to crack interviews with taking any part-time course. Maybe this, or maybe upgrade, or maybe great learning, or whatever your course taking. You just target for a initial level. Is it clear? Now for that, you need to kind of do some initial sacrifices, maybe paycheck or designation, but later you will get the you will get your reward back, right? But you need to wait. Maybe 2 3 years it will take.
One more question here. I'm finding you are a very great experienced person to resolve this issue for me. Here, actually I'm located in Canada, Toronto. So here, most of the jobs are published with the title data analyst and data scientist. So
Yeah.
will this course will be sufficient for me to apply for those kind of jobs?
Yes, very much sufficient to apply for data analyst and data scientist. Both of these roles you can apply for. Yes, the answer is yes.
Yeah, thank you.
And if anybody has any doubt regarding what is data analyst, what is data engineer, what is data science, what is artificial intelligence, go to YouTube and see my demos. 100 of demos are available, and I have explained multiple times this thing. Very nicely I have, like, with the diagrams and everything I have explained. So you need to be very clear about these terms. All are data. So beginners like you will be confused, right? What is what and what I need
Yeah.
to learn. Yeah. Okay. So this is
Madam,
all. Yeah.
madam, in Python, core Python, how much syllabus completed, madam?
Core Python. See, I said,
How much
so
syllabus
there are
completed?
how many classes are remaining or how many courses completed? What you're asking?
How many classes completed, madam? How many classes
Class.
completed, madam? For Python.
Oh, Core Python, how many classes?
Yes, madam.
See, in part 1, I said no. If you see this, okay, let me show you the syllabus. Give me 1 minute. Let me show you the syllabus. I forgot to show you the syllabus of the part 1. If I show you the syllabus very clearly, I can tell you what we have covered, what we have not covered, from where we are starting. Give me 1 minute. Let me download the syllabus, right? In the meantime, if you have, yeah.
Ma'am, your class started today, right? Or like this is the second or third class?
No, the class started last kind of Monday or Tuesday. Having said that, we are just connected for less time and only the few topics like variable functions, very basic core Python we have seen, nothing much. If you are enrolling, you will get the recordings and I will take extra classes for you. Don't worry about it, right? And it is not very complicated, otherwise I will not tell you to join because we have continuous batches, right? Why should I tell you to join? If a batch is really so many topics, important topics are covered, I will never recommend anybody to join. Having said that, the advanced is really fresh and the intermediate is only the core topic. What is a variable, what is a function, very simple topics has been covered. NumPy, pandas, very important topics we're going to start from the next class. So when you join next class, you will understand all of these complex topics, NumPy onwards. Is it clear?
Yeah, actually
Okay,
on
madam.
the site, the date for this batch is 5th April. So that's the reason I raised it for this.
Yeah.
I'm
So
screen not
because it
visible,
is,
madam.
yes, I'm just downloading. I'm searching where is the content. Yeah, I got it. So let me download. Yeah. So this is the course for
Madam,
part. Yeah, you're saying something?
hello.
Yeah. So just give me 1
Madam,
minute.
morning batch also.
Morning batch also.
Just fresh batch, madam, from today onwards.
Yes, morning batch is really today onwards. We have not started anything. The morning 6:30 is very fresh batch. And Monday to Friday only is the demo link. Next Monday onwards, batch is freezed. I'm not going to allow anyone. Otherwise, you will blame me. You will not understand anything if you join next Monday, the morning batch. And then you will blame me. And I don't have time also to take recovery for part 2 because every topic is complicated. So this morning batch is really fresh batch. Today only we have started. Please
So,
join
ma'am, for
tomorrow
part
onwards.
two, only for the Python perspective, for part two, we need only core Python, na? Or you need
Yes,
NumPy and pandas also.
nothing. Core Python. You need only core Python. NumPy pandas anyway, if you are going for part Durga sir, you will get the recordings and also in part 1 I'm going to cover, right? NumPy
No,
pandas
ma'am,
we will
because
see.
I want to
Hmm.
attend morning session only from 6:30 to 8:30 because I have my office and it stretches till 8:30 in the evening. So I want to attend both advanced and intermediate course in morning session only. But the second part, the first part is going to start on 12th of April. So that was
Yes.
my only concern. If I start my advanced course from tomorrow onwards, then it will not cause any kind of problem. Having said that, I
Answer
have basic knowledge of core Python.
Answer is yes, because NumPy we are not going to use. We are going to use Tensor and PyTorch, right? So very well you can understand. And core Python is something which you need to understand. Otherwise, you will very good. You will understand part 2. It's a fresh batch. Nothing has been covered.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so let me tell you what we have seen in the part 2, right? Sorry, part 1. So you can see the syllabus. This starts with your module 1, Python fundamentals. Can you see my screen? So Python fundamentals, may it is looking like so many topics, but honestly, people who are Python user, you can relate to me what I'm saying. These are simple concepts. If you spend half an hour to 1 hour, till here at least you can cover. From here to here, it may take some time. Maybe here to here 1 hour, maybe here to here 1 hour to 2 hour, right? 1 hour, maybe 1 hour 30 minutes kind of. So this is what we have covered. Jupyter Notebook installation software. So introduction to Python, how to give comment, variable, functions, and then list, tuple, set, and dictionary. This is what we have covered. Nothing else. Fundamental Python. Now, if you already know this, many of you know this. So I think you are good. Part 1 is like fresh for you. Can start from NumPy. Now, if you don't know this, don't panic. As I'm saying, for part 1, I'm taking recovery class. So once you join, anyway, NumPy you will understand because there is no relationship of any other topic with NumPy. You can understand NumPy. You can join tomorrow onwards. Parallelly, you can take the recordings of previous class. You go through these recordings in this week, and on this Saturday, let me know if you have any doubt. I will arrange extra class. Also, you have Durga sir's recording. So if you find detail, if you want, I mean, these classes are really detailed, but in case you need more detail, you can go to sir's recording. Is it clear? Is it clear for everyone what we have covered in 8 p.m.?
Okay, yeah.
And now coming down, rest all is new, like we have not covered anything, right? So if NumPy Pandas is covered, I will not suggest you to join, right? Because we have continuous batches. So I'll tell you to wait for some more days because it is really nothing has been covered. That's why I'm telling you can join both part 1 and part 2. So from here we will start Python Advanced. Tomorrow onwards 8 p.m. we are going to start NumPy. We will see detail. After that we'll see about pandas, and then we will see about Plotly. We are going to discuss line plot, scatter plot, pair, histogram, heat map, bar chart, count, factor box, violin, swarm, strip, all of these plots in detail we are going to do in a project. And after this, we are going to discuss about our first statistical module. All of this concept, I don't want to go through, but this is the syllabus you can go through. Linear regression, all of this thing, one algorithm,
In
one project.
statistics, will you be covering the hypothesis testing, the p-value, z-test, t-test?
Yes. All of that will be covered and followed by your classification techniques, confusion metric. You can see what is covered, what is not. Everything is there in this particular note, right? Everything is very well. And actually some more topics are there which I am not writing here. I think the syllabus needs to be updated. I am not getting time, so I'm not updating it. So I will update.
Yeah, actually, I also saw the syllabus and the hypothesis and p-value was not mentioned, so I thought to confirm with you.
No, I told you about outlier and class imbalance more than hypothesis and p-value. Nobody is really using it. Okay. So that's why I removed it intentionally. My course is up to date with the recent topic. Hypothesis is only in hypothesis. So in real time, we never use hypothesis. We have very advanced techniques nowadays. So old method. So statistical hypothesis is a very old method. So in real time, we have reinforcement learning, deep learning. So many new things are already coming up. So it is not reliable. So even though it is giving you some result, it is not reliable, right? So we have Monte Carlo simulation, we have different kind of other probability and other deep learning machine learning techniques which are kind of very good. If you consider ANOVA, this is used for feature selection. ANOVA nobody is right nowadays using because we have 100 of feature selection algorithm available, right? So this course is up to date. More than that, what I have included, let me tell you, I have included LOF, local outlier factor. This is an outlier detection algorithm. So nobody will teach you why your model is failing. Everybody will teach you how to build a model. 90% of the time the model will fail when you go to real time. Do you think all this model will be so nice every time 90%? No. All the time the model, most of the time it will fail, right? Because of various issues in the data. Nobody will tell you how to address, and that is where the interviewer will catch you. Let's say you told about, let's take this project, right? Fraud detection. You will explain, I have built a fraud detection model taking this data into consideration. These are the features. I have applied PCA, decision tree, random forest, and all that, blah blah blah. And then finally they will ask you, what is your accuracy? Let's say I'm telling, let's say the accuracy is 70% or 80% or whatever. They will catch you immediately. If they are real data scientists, they will catch you immediately by asking some question. They will ask you, what is the class ratio, fraud and not fraud? Normally this kind of problem will suffer with one kind of problem called class imbalance. So I'll tell you, you will not understand because you are a beginner, but real, like if I explain you with 1 or 2 lines, you can understand. Tell me, out of 1,000 transaction, how many transaction will be fraud, you think, and how many will be normal? Tell me, in 1,000
10
transactions.
out of 100.
10 is also kind of great thing, right? Mostly maybe 1, 2, 3. How many frauds? Very rare, right? Isn't it? Right. So most of the transactions are normal, and that's why the model will not understand anything about the fraud class because insufficiency of data. And definitely if you tell fraud detection using decision tree random forest 90%, will I not be catching you? 90% with decision tree is impossible because any fraud data will not have sufficient amount of data for the fraud class. And you have to do lot of before like data pre-processing technique before you jump into modeling. What you will do, you have to address this issue, class imbalance. So I will tell you some class imbalance technique, undersampling, oversampling, SMOT algorithm. All of these things you need to do first, and then you need to jump into decision tree random forest. So this kind of thing, this is a small example, and this is the reason of failure in the interview, right? So you will tell stories, but they will ask you the failure and the cause. That's the reason I have added local outlier factor and other machine outlier detection algorithms. I have worked in outlier detection in Goldman Sachs for 1 year. So I have done a kind of PhD there. I was only and only into outlier detection. I have already almost explored 40 algorithms. So based on my experience, whatever is best, I'm just summarizing. Having said that, I cannot give you everything because limited time. Whatever is my learning, I'm going to summarize. Similarly, class imbalance, we're going to discuss SMOT, undersampling, oversampling, different methods. So these things I'm adding. So more than hypothesis, I think these things are important, right? Okay, any questions on this? So you can go through the syllabus. Okay, so are we good or any doubts? So you can go through the syllabus to know more about
Ma'am,
everything.
one last question from my side.
Yeah,
Will
yeah.
will it be good if I start my like today I have enrolled, I have paid the payment for the first part. So will it be good if I start attending tomorrow's advanced session and from 12th I will start your basic course?
It is good because you can very well understand the advance, and you will also get some time because initially when you join the part 1 course, it will be a kind of Python core, right? Again you will understand Python there, and yes, that will be good. See, only thing is Python, nothing else is similar in part 1 and part 2. Every topic is different. You have seen the syllabus now. What is matching? Nothing. So everything you can understand. It's a parallel line.
Okay, and
So for
apart
the
from your teaching, ma'am, what else you expect from your students? How much time we should invest to, to grab more knowledge and have some good amount of understanding?
I will tell you every topic wise, that cannot be generalized, but topic wise, I will tell you what next and what before. So before you join, let's say what I found is that's why I created this rule. So it took me 50, it took me 15 minutes to explain this simple thing. Why this is this, right? So one student was not understanding why this is this. So I explained him derivatives, I explained him basic concepts, but this thing something you need to remember, isn't it? So these things I think we have studied. So what I have done after this batch experience I'm sharing, morning batch. So what I have done is before you join, remember these concepts. This is prerequisite. So hence once you go through that, then you can understand very well. Are you getting? So though I am explaining very detailed, but still there are some basic things that you need to understand, isn't it? For example, y equals to mx plus c. This is a basic equation, isn't it? Everybody studied. You may be forgetting. I can remind you. That's a other thing. But how it is mx plus c, that itself will take lot of time. But what I'm trying to tell you is every math, whatever is required before joining the class, I will share you the materials. You can pre-prepare. And after you come to the class, you can actually understand in a better way. Is it clear?
Is this 8 p.m. batch actually like a new batch going to start or is already started?
No. Evening, I don't think any new batch will start. Evening batch will start after
Now
this
8
batch is completed.
8 p.m.
Yeah.
batch actually is going to start, right?
Yes, 8
this,
p.m. batch is going to start. From tomorrow, we are going to start with NumPy.
sir, that means it's already some 1 week class is already over.
Python core is done. And that's what I'm saying from repeatedly since last. So Python core means module 1. So this is completed. If you are very strong in Python, or if you don't know anything about Python also, you can go through the recordings to understand. But if you are not getting that confidence that this topics I will not able to understand even after going through the recordings, then you can join morning 7:30, 12th April. It's a fresh batch. Is it clear,
7:30
everyone?
for this is for sorry, part 1 batch, right? Fresh batch.
Yes,
Just saying.
yes, fresh batch, yes.
Going
12th
from
April.
April 16.
Yes. But that
Okay.
will again take 1 week demo and then we will start. So you can expect 12th April. So first week will be a little slower, right? Not like day 1 we will start. We'll go slow.
And one more thing, do we need OOPS concepts actually like
No, not
uh,
needed. No, not needed. But if you want to learn, you have Durga sir's recording. You can learn.
I mean like to sustain in the industry, do we need it? Is not required at all.
See, I cannot say anything not required. That's a very bad word to use in AI, right? If you are in artificial intelligence, there is nothing called not required. You cannot say that word. Everything is required. Having said that, how much it is required, you need to ask. Okay, everything is required. How much it is required? So how much if it is required, then may not be much, but it is required. Everything is required. If you ask me whether I need to learn Julia, I will say yes. Whether I need to learn Scala, is it required? Yes, it will highlight your CV. Whether I need to learn Hadoop, I know Hadoop. Should I learn Kubernetes? Yes. If you know Kubernetes, should I learn Spark? Yes. I will never say no, but having said that, is it required in terms of interview? Answer is no, maybe. Are you getting? So AI is
Yeah.
vast. There's nothing called not required. Nobody can tell that. Having said that, how much it is required, that you need to ask. Deep learning, machine learning is mandatory, without which you will be rejected. Slang and not slang. I was in GS, so I was saying this is something called Python, Julia. All of this, Python is mandatory. Scala is good to have skill, right? It's not mandatory. So you need to understand. First, you complete the mandatory things and then you can see what else you can learn. Okay, so I think we are getting late. So thank you for joining, and any doubt you can always reach out to me through Bhavani ma'am and join tomorrow morning 6:30 call, right? And also evening 8 p.m.
The link which you provided us is for the 6:30 morning class, right?
6:30, yes,
Yeah.
morning
Okay.
6:30. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you everyone. Yeah,
Thanks. Bye. Good night.
bye. Good night.